But where does this traditional thinking come from? Well, its origins are based on what a guy called Dean Leffingwell, who's one of the few agile writers on this subject, elegantly calls legacy waterfall mindsets. And it's these mindsets that limit our ability to true business agility.
In many senses, the management principles, the tools, the methods that we find in our organizations, pay for performance, capital budgeting, task design, divisionalization, brand management, all the management tools and methods that you find yet today in organizations around the world, virtually all of those were invented before 1920. And most of them were invented by individuals who were born in the middle of the 19th century. These are legacies, these are hand-me-downs from gurus, from ex-CEOs, from management thinkers who are mostly long dead, long retired, or long in the tooth, and yet it is their view of management that is still driving our organizations.
So this is the early 1900s now. This is a chart from 1919, and this is what Henry Gantt called his man record chart. And it's taken from his book, Organizing the Work. And Gantt states that the charts are used to record what a worker has done in comparison to what they should have done. And if they fail to do what they should have done, you'd mark that on the chart. Now, this is what is still in use today, albeit in a computerized, shinier version of Microsoft Project that we use in our computers. And in addition, today, many consultants will time workers with stopwatches, and project managers will ask workers for their estimates, but those estimates quickly become commitments, and they start applying pressure if you haven't adhered to those times, and they put all that in their Gantt charts. And seeing these charts, your brain tells you this is old.
100 years ago, what problem were those people trying to solve? I can tell you, it wasn't a problem of being adaptable and innovative and an inspiring place to work. The problem they were trying to solve is, how do you turn human beings into semi-programmable robots? How do we take the farm hands and the housemaids and the craftspeople, get them to show up on time, to tend to that machine, to do the same thing over and over again? If you were going to plot the evolution of management over this last 100 years, it would follow kind of a classic technology S-curve. Right? A lot of innovation 100 years ago, a lot of new thinking, and then over time, slowly, that pace of evolution slows down. And in our working lifetimes, indeed, if you go back 50, 60 years ago, the way we manage has hardly changed at all.
And yet many of our practices are still based on the same kind of thinking today.